You ever get that feeling that life is just turned into a performance, like we're all on stage for an audience we can't even see? Well, we're going to dive into a really powerful observation about how social media might be totally changing the way we experience, reality itself.
And it all kicks off with something super simple. People taking photos. But, we're not talking about just casual snapshots here. No. They're doing it with this intensity, this almost desperation. It's like their life literally depends on it.
And look, this isn't some weird niche thing only a few people are doing. It's happening everywhere. You see it at a restaurant, you see it at a concert, even just walking down the street. It really feels like that line between just living your life and performing it, well, it's getting blurrier and blurrier.
So that brings us to our first big idea here, the constant photo shoot. Yeah, the theory is basically this. We're not just living our lives out in public anymore, we're staging them. We're creating these little scenes for an invisible audience online.
And the examples? They're pretty wild. This isn't just taking a quick pic of your avocado toast. No, we're talking about full-blown photo shoots at the dinner table. Where the food gets cold, everyone stops talking. Or how about people literally stopping traffic, risking their necks just to get that perfect shot? It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Okay, so when you have all this performing going on, it's bound to lead somewhere, right? And it does. It leads to this massive and honestly pretty painful gap between Instagram and reality. Think about it. On one side, you've got the online you, the perfect smile, right? The amazing, lavish lifestyle, the life that looks absolutely flawless. But then there's the real you, the you that exists the second the camera goes off. The smile might fade. And that fancy lifestyle? Well, maybe it's just covering up a totally empty bank account.
And that's what this quote just nails perfectly. You look so good online, yet in reality, you look so sad. Wow. That really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? That quiet, kind of tragic feeling of faking a happiness you just don't feel.
So this whole disconnect, it's not just about, being fake online. It goes way deeper. It points to this fundamental conflict in how we live our lives now. This constant battle between capturing the moment and actually experiencing it.
And that really forces us to ask a tough question. Are you living your life for you, or are you living it for social media? Because really, the why behind what you do, that changes absolutely everything.
And this is where we get into what you could call empty actions. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Filming a whole concert on your phone, but deep down you're never, ever going to watch that shaky footage again. Or standing in line for hours just to take the exact same picture everyone else is taking. It makes you wonder, are you even really there in that moment?
And that's the huge paradox, isn't it? The very act of trying to capture a moment can totally pull you out of it. Your focus just shifts. It's no longer on the incredible thing happening right in front of your eyes. Instead, it's on the little digital version you're creating for everybody else.
So where are we going with all this? Well, it all leads to a much more personal, almost philosophical question, really. It's about the value of living a life that nobody's watching.
Now, it's important to point out that the person making these observations has a moment of self-awareness. They say, I know I am a doomer. So this isn't someone on a high horse just judging everyone. It's them admitting, hey, I get it. This might sound super pessimistic.
And there's even a little bit of self-doubt in there too. A moment of, maybe I'm just getting too old to understand the new generation. Acknowledging that, hey, maybe this is just how things are now and it just feels weird to someone from an older generation.
But after all that analysis, after all the doubt, the final thought is actually really simple but so powerful. The idea that the best parts of your life, they're the ones that nobody else ever sees. Because that's when they're truly yours. That's what makes them real.
And that leaves us with one last really provocative question to think about. Just imagine for a second that all of it, the likes, the comments, the followers, the whole audience, just vanished. What would your life actually look like if you knew for sure that no one was watching?
And here's the real kicker. More importantly, would you still love that life?